Good morning, everyone. My name is Dr. Sneha. I'm the founder of Ori Kalankini. This video is a stock taking for me and like a progress report to you who have journeyed with me over last 1 year. Right now I'm in Kumbakonam auditing a hospice, so which is very beautiful. I thought this would be a good location to make this video. And Sudha is helping me with the camera. Um, if you know that how we function, we cycle with the earth and the moon. So our year begins in autumn. Autumn, winter, spring, summer, autumn is the cycle which we follow. So let's look at what has happened since last November. I will be telling what I had anticipated and what work actually got done. There have been quite many ups and downs and major changes in plan. So I think sharing with you will be a good experience for you to, for few of you know the plan of mine and have been together in the planning process, and few of you don't. So I think this would be a good newsletter as such. So last November, the idea of 13-week fellowship, where young people from the community will create projects for their community after training and skill building with us, was conceived. This fellowship program was conceived. Last November, we also launched an Ori Kalankini mixer, like where female entrepreneurs would come and collaborate and know each other. This was held in Hyderabad. We did that. In December, first week of December, I finished the third contact session with Sheenomics, where Ori Kalankini was represented. In December, I also held a workshop for cloth pad making in Udaipur, and I flew to the northeast in Imphal, final in December. This journey was supposed to be the highlight of this year. I was supposed to spend most of 2019 in Northeast, but in December, because of the holiday season, not much work happened over there. I flew directly to Manipur. In January, however, we set up a cloth pad making unit in prison of Manipur. We set up a cloth pad making in a community, a Muslim dominated community in Manipur. Also, another important thing happened was I got a full scholarship to attend a circle facilitators training with Awakening Women Institute in Delhi. And Chameli, Adarg and Dominic have been inspiration, and Ori Kalankini, the body-based practices of ours, and the leadership which we are looking at has been largely inspired by Awakening Women Institute, and being called to their facilitator training was very important and enriching for us. The whole 7 days was full of learning and integration, where a lot of attention was paid on inner work. We got a manual, and that itself is a celebration. So that happened in January. I flew back again to Imphal. In February, I went to Sri Lanka representing Ori Kalankini and India in Swedish Institute held program called YCF, Young Connectors of the Future. This was second module, the first module being held in Sweden. Then we did some movie screenings and discussion on cloth pad making training in Sri Lankan communities, Tamil-speaking communities. March was mostly uneventful. I was shuttling between Guwahati and Delhi. While not much work happened, I got a chance to hold Zoom calls with artists whose work around menstruation was expressed in their art, either through the subject or through the medium, being menstrual blood. In April, we had the first contact session of the 13-week fellowship in collaboration with Nazariya at Zorba, and this was the first time, and this collaboration with Nazariya really helped us to take this forward, or else we would not have afforded this contact session. So I'm really grateful to them, and for them because they brought the perspective of gender and sexuality in intersection with menstruation. So there were 3 themes we explored: gender, sexuality, menstruation, and mental health. So whole of April, May and June was dedicated to this fellowship, where after the contact session we explored the intersections between these thematics, and we called in practitioners globally. There were people from Australia, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, I think even UK and the US, where they were sharing their journeys. And we also had a session of skill building, where quite many skills like building a public narrative, designing a campaign, creating online petitions, detecting fake news, digital security, crowdfunding. These were the skills which were imparted, and it was hoped. It is hoped that by the end of December that all 13 of our fellows will create a project around any of these areas or the intersection in their communities. So along with this, in April, May and June, I got a call from University of Colorado to present our work around menstruation in the biennial conference which they have. I set up a crowd fund and lot of you donated generously, but in the visa application process we got a bit delayed and it was not possible to go to Colorado. But to be able to get a call and to get resources, enough resources to go there was quite satisfying that okay, people trust me, and thank you for that. In July, I used the same money which was given for going to menstrual conference in Colorado to go to attend a summer school in feminist anthropology. So I stayed 1 month in Netherlands. I got a chance to meet a lot of anthropologists, and also I met a designer who designs menstrual cup. I met a lot of volunteering organizations who work around menstruation and sexuality. It was not as beautiful or fruitful as I had anticipated. I had anticipated more collaboration, and I also anticipated completing a paper on the prehistoric position of menstruators. Prehistoric meaning Neolithic and Paleolithic times, which was not able to be completed, which is not able to complete by then. So it was quite a lot of disappointment for me. When I came back to India, I was tending to my mental health mostly. The whole of August went away that way, and finally in August we had one screening. I limited my work considerably. Almost the way of the cycle was turning and coming inwards was becoming more important to me, and I was not able to take it. So finally in August we held one-day film festival called Cinemensis, which was exploring representation of menstruation in cinema. So we had My Sacred Glass Bowl, Womensis, Moon Inside You, and Period, the Oscar-winning movie, all 4 screened in Calicut. In September, again with respect to Ori Kalankini, external work is not done as much, but we have planned a movie screening with Swedish Institute alumni on 28th in New Delhi and the Norway Embassy. If you're aware of our work is the inner work. Getting people to get connected to their bodies and to the earth, getting them to cycle with the earth, getting them to understand the importance of cycling and not being linear, and all the advantages which come with it is being my main work. That is represented externally when we go to prison, when we go to schools, and we are trying to get even there people more in touch with their bodies. So it has been a mix. In a way, we are walking between the two worlds, where we are taking clear action step for the environment and the earth, and helping people connect with their bodies. At the same time, making them more aware about the cyclic changes which happen in menstruation itself. So attempt towards that is inner work of mine, and also how we as a company are moving across the cycle. So in October, November and December, we will be slowing down. We will be taking stock. We will be learning more from ancestors, ancestors meaning older people who are doing menstrual work, from people who are more experienced than us from across the globe, and hopefully creating more content with respect to writing. Another thing which is upcoming now in the month of October, November, December is a 13-week program in healing the feminine wound. So more details about this program will be given in the next video, and it starts in October. So yeah, if you feel called and if you feel this is the time, the October, November, December, to do the inner work, I think it would be very interesting for you to join. So thank you so much for staying with us throughout the year and this video, and I hope for 2020, I think I'll share later, after this whole incubation period of slowing down and learning from other people is completed. I think I'll be more clear, and though I'm clear, I think I would be able to frame it and get more inputs from them and share the course of 2020 later, later during the year, probably end of this year, 21st December maybe. So yeah, I'm looking forward to interacting with you, and please drop me an email at drsneharu5420@gmail.com in case you want to talk with me about the progress of what's happening in your life, how Ori Kalankini benefited you or didn't, what you expect from us. Another email would be orikalankinireclaim@gmail.com. We did another thing, which is a sister of collateral of Ori Kalankini, which was born, I think, in November. Sorry, which was born in July with one of our fellows called Garima. We started a podcast called Bloody Inclusive to 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 give a place for the experiences of trans men regarding menstruation. So that's not kicked off as yet, but that's one start, which I forgot to tell. Yeah. So thank you so much. Please look forward to the video about the 13-week sister who healing the divine feminine wound. And I wish you here.